Good afternoon, Juan. This is the Breville Barista Express BS870. I'm sure you've seen the photos, but here it is. It's in very good condition. Only a few scratches here because of the cup, and some scratches here from the milk jug, but generally very, very good condition. I've just given it the service and the just a general wipe. Now I'm going to do a double shot latte for you. Here's the milk jug. I've filled it with milk up to here for a double shot. And here's my cup. Now, for a double shot, the amount of ground coffee you get is 18 grams. For a single, it's about 9 or 10. When you turn on the machine, so it usually takes around a minute to turn on and warm up. Now it's up to temperature. The way I warm up my machine and sort of warm up my handle and warm up my cup, I do all these in one step, and I pretty much just run a blank shot, so that's a button press without any coffee in the handle. It'll also clean up any dirt up there, so I recommend doing it every day. Cool. That's that. You can do that once or twice to warm up the machine and your cup. That's how you get the hottest cup of coffee. You can also warm up your cup and fill it with hot water using the hot water spout here. That will give you 250 ml of coffee, of hot water, in case you wanted to do an Americano sort of coffee or tea or anything else. I use it primarily to warm up my cups if I'm doing more than one cup. And I also sometimes add a bit of, just a little bit of hot water to dissolve any honey or sugar that I add to my coffee. Very handy feature. Let me do that now. Okay. So I've added some sugar. Gonna put that on the side. You can keep the hot water in your cup just while you grind the coffee. Alrighty, so take it out, get a tissue or a towel, and make sure you dry this because that's if you don't dry it, the grinder will stick to it. The grounds will stick to it. Let's see. I've got my scale here just to calibrate sort of the grinder for you. It's at setting number 2 now, which I found to be a good balance between fine and coarse. Number 1 is the finest. You can go to, I guess 2, 3, 4 would be a good range. It'll depend on which bean you use, by the way. And it'll also depend on how you like your coffee. So for me, I recommend just keeping it at 2. So that's the scale. It's at around 2 o'clock now. Let's see how many grams that gives us. So I'll keep it at 1. You can grind 2 at the same time. I like to keep it at 1 and then press it halfway. That will make it more consistent and less messy. It's my first dose, and that's about 10 grams, so I'll reduce it to 12 o'clock. Let's see what that gives us. It should give us around 9 grams. Cool. Let's see. Yep, perfect. That was around 9 grams. So keep it at around 1 o'clock. That would be the best. The 1 o'clock seems to be about 9 grams. Clean this edge. get your tamper and press down firmly. If you didn't have a scale, you really, by the way, you really don't need a scale to get a good coffee. But the way I gauge how much coffee is sort of suitable for this machine is that once you tamp firmly, you should sort of go as deep as the silver part. Can you see that? That's how much Breville recommends. You can also use the tool that Breville included. This is called the razor. It's this aluminium trimming disc, trimming tool, and the way that works is that you, over the bin or over the sink, you do that motion and you scrape off the excess. I'm going to do that now. That will remove any extra. And now it's closer to the 18 grams. So before it was 18 and a half. Now it's probably closer to 18. Yep, perfect. So you can use that razor tool. Or over time you'll learn that when you keep it at the same setting, it'll grind the same amount. And also when you tamp, you should go as deep as this silver cap. Just like that. That's about 17 and a half, 18 grams, which is perfect for this machine. When you turn your portafilter, turn it all the way to the right. If you don't, obviously it could come off. The machine will remind you to clean it, so maybe every 100 cups it'll say clean me. That's when you should do the cleaning cycle with the tablets included. And also maybe change the water filter. And every few years you might need to change the group head seal, which is the rubber disc that seals the handle to the machine. Grinder doesn't really need to be serviced, nor the steam one. You could try descaling the machine. Breville recommends you use vinegar, but I don't really recommend it because as the machine ages, it could create some problems. Anyhow, the machine is perfectly fine now. Like I said, I've serviced the grinder and stuff, so as you can see, it grinds very fine. I'll put it back and grab my cup, which is right here. I'll program the button for you, the double shot. I'll teach you how to do that now. So when you press program and you press the button, the machine will start dispensing coffee, and then press it again when you're happy with the volume. That's how you program the cup to that specific amount of coffee. I will aim for about 40 grams, 36, 40 grams for a double shot espresso. So let's do that. Program, press. Keep an eye on the pressure gauge. Aim for around 12 o'clock always. Perfect. So 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock usually is the best for this machine, I feel. So I'm going to press it now. I think that was about 40 grams. Aim for about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. You can change that by increasing the dose or by making it go finer. Yeah, 40. I'm very happy with that. Let's do the milk now. Where did I put it? So it takes about 10-15 seconds to warm up. I'm gonna insert the tip into the milk, and I'm gonna try to create a vortex very close to the surface of the milk. Don't turn off the steam for too long, otherwise it'll cool down. You can keep it, but if you stop it for more than 5 seconds, it'll cool down and go back to coffee mode. So I'm gonna keep it close to the surface for half the time, and the rest of the way I'm just gonna steam the milk. And so the first stage, close to the surface, and then I'm gonna bring it deeper. So let it build up pressure. As you can see, that's full steam. That's very strong. Turn it off, and then quickly put it back. I'm injecting air now, so it's creating that sort of latte cappuccino texture. If I do that for longer, it'll become more bubbly like a cappuccino. If I do it for very little time, it'll be more like a latte. So now I'm going to stop that. I've raised my jug and now it's just heating it up and it's not injecting any air. And I'm going to stop it when I can't touch it for over half a second. So, sweet. Quickly get a wet towel and wipe off the wand, by the way. Purge it up just to get out the milk and wipe it. See, the machine now cools down and goes back to coffee mode. There we go. I recommend doing cleaning the steam wand as soon as possible. That way you will prevent the milk sticking there and clogging up the machine. Sweet. Alrighty. Here's my shot. I'm gonna swirl it around. Mix up the sugar. This machine is very capable of doing latte art, sort of coffees for latte art. I'm not very good at it, but I'm always happy with the taste. There you go. That's my coffee. Looks amazing. Well, it looks more like a cappuccino more than a latte, to be honest. Not sure if I've shown you what it comes with. The user manuals, the quick start guide, some cleaning tools, the spare filter, extra baskets, so all four of them, and your milk jug, and the razor tool. I'll see you very soon, and hope you enjoy your machine. Cheers.